Alright, welcome once again to the Zimax Media. We hope you're keeping fine wherever you are. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Yeah, from wherever you're tuned in. I know we are all over the world. We're tuned in from all over the world. Australia, down to South America, Europe, everywhere. Now, last time we were here, we were talking about flights and all that, quarantine, just info about flight at the moment in this situation. Now we are back, but with something different, a little bit. There's something that's been going on about Kenyans in diaspora, Kenyans in Saudi Arabia, let's say in the Middle East. For example, 2 days ago, we had 174 Kenyans who were shipped in from Saudi Arabia because they were stuck right there. I think it's here. Where is it? Yeah, let me read for you, quote unquote. Some 174 Kenyans who have been stuck in Saudi Arabia since March this year over the coronavirus pandemic were flown into the country on Wednesday. The embassy in Kenya, in Saudi Arabia, the Kenyan embassy in Saudi Arabia working the Saudi Airlines flew them back, because they've been there since March. So the same thing has been happening in Bahrain. We have around 48 Kenyans who have been stuck for over 5 months, 6 months. Yeah, the story was done on a certain website in June this year. I think it's right here. On June 24th, about the stuck guys outside there in Bahrain. Now, we're doing this thing again because I feel like the government of Kenya has done nothing to help these people. Because we have women in Bahrain who have been stuck for over 6 months, 5 months are there. No food, no salary, no accommodation, no nothing. Mwalimu Sita, able to ambie. Before we begin, sorry, my name is Nzima.
Mwalimu Sita.
Max.
Yeah. So, Zimax Media received an email from the ladies. So they're in different groups from what you're gathering. There are a total of over 150 Kenyans there. Yeah. And there's this particular group of 48 who are stuck in a deportation center. That is, they have been placed in deportation to leave the country to come back home, but they are stuck there because of various issues. And the saddest bit, Nzima, is that there is actually no Kenyan embassy in Bahrain. There is no diplomatic relations between Kenya and Bahrain. Now, it makes it even worse that they depend on the Kenyan embassy in Kuwait, which is even further.
Kwa majina naitwa Susan. Mimi ni mmoja wa Kenya ambao wako Bahrain. Tunaomba msaada kutoka kwa government ya Kenya. Kama wanaweza saidia wa Kenya vile wanaweza rudi nyumbani kwa kuwafungulia flight. Hapa Bahrain tuko na Wakenya ambao wanaumia na ambao wanateseka since early March. Wengine walifutwa kazi, wengine hawana mahali pa kukaa, wengine hawana chakula, wengine hawana salary. So wanaomba kurudi nyumbani. Some they are ready to go back home. They are stranded here. Tuko na watu ambao wanaumia. Hii message, hii video kama inaweza fikia serikali ya Kenya, ifikie viongozi wetu. Tunajua kwamba we have able leaders in Kenya who can assist our fellow Kenyans who are suffering here in Bahrain. Kenya wako na shida mingi, lakini msaada ya chakula wanapata, but chakula ya misaada haitoshi. Wangependa kurudi nyumbani, kurudi familia zao. So niko na wao hapa, wangependa kujieleza, waseme shida zao, ndio wapate kusaidika kutoka kwa our president Uhuru Kenyatta. Najua kuna uwezo wa kutusaidia.
So from this email, we are 48 Kenyans here in Bahrain deportation center. We are humbly requesting the Kenyan government to assist us come back to our families in Kenya. We have been here for more than 5 months and we are unable to raise tickets due to the situation of COVID-19. We have been pleading to the Bahrainian government for help, but no help. We have 2 ladies who are mentally ill and need family assistance because we are unable to handle them when the situation becomes worse. 4 pregnant ladies who need to undergo pregnancy clinics, and 2 babies less than 4 months old who need good environment. We humbly request the Kenyan government to send a flight because the embassy representative, Mr. Hussein, is asking for money for tickets which we cannot afford for now. Thanks in advance. I don't know. Me personally, I just read that and I feel sad for at various levels. You know, people with mental illness, pregnant ladies.
Kids under 4 months.
4 months.
Under 4 months, those are babies. And now I'm just thinking, why should they need to pay for their tickets if they're in deportation?
Yeah. But then why should they pay?
Because they're being deported.
They're being
Doesn't make
deported.
sense.
You know, it's not like they have elsewhere to go.
Now, this thing, it's so sad. Actually, we went on and asked them some few questions because now I wanted to know more about these people. How did they go there? How did they go to Bahrain? Who took them there? For what purpose? And how have they been talking to Mr. Hussein at the embassy again?
He's the representative from the embassy in Kuwait.
Okay. So this is what they told us here. Yeah, you can read for us here.
Oh, from the first point.
Yeah.
They're saying we are 41 ladies, 5 gentlemen, and 2 babies. We travel differently. We traveled at different times because we had separate and different sponsors. The purpose of our travel was to work as domestic workers for the ladies, and for the gents, I can't explain anything because we met in hospital where we were undergoing medical checkup before we were taken to the deportation center. The flight was funded by our sponsors. Was
funded by sponsors.
Was not funded by our sponsors, but it was individually.
Yeah.
It was
That
funded
is-
by a sponsor, but differently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was sponsors, but different sponsors.
Yeah.
Okay. The Bahrain government deported us differently, and in different days and times between February and June.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, this year. Most of us are runaways due to hardship from the houses we worked from. So they cancelled our visas. We were working with different sponsors but without visas. When we were arrested in different places and at different times, but we all met in the deportation center due to lack of a visa. We are in the government facility of Bahrain Deportation Center. We have been communicating with Mr. Hussein through cell phones and the deportation office landline phone, and we've been given his contact.
Yeah, these are his contacts right there.
Yeah. Since we came to this deportation center, we have been communicating with him regularly, but on 22nd June, he called us and he assured us that there is a flight on 2nd July. Also on that same day, Madam Captain of the deportation center, who is called Madam Shafak, assured us that there will be a flight on 2nd of July, whereby on 30th July we underwent 30th June, we underwent all required medical checkup, including COVID-19 tests. Later on 2nd July, we learned of a flight cancellation from the deportation center. Wow. We had to call our embassy representative, Mr. Hussein, whereby he told us he will organize another flight on the 14th of July. Later, we came to know that on 2nd of July, some Kenyans who were not in deportation traveled with the same flight that we were to use, but as for us, we did travel. So their flight that they wanted, they were to be deported with people with money, some other Kenyans who maybe are there in business and stuff, or they had money, so they
came and used the same flight.
The same flight that they were supposed to. Oh wow. So they continued on saying, on date 11th, we called the embassy representative, Mr. Hussein, for the confirmation about our flight on 14th July. But he told us everyone should cater for his or her own ticket, which is 150
That's
Bahrainian dollars. Wow. Which we are unable to raise because we were arrested unexpectedly with no cash.
Yeah.
Like seriously, where does this Mr. Hussein expect these guys to get the money?
I think we should call this guy. That number right there. Let's call this guy. Alright, so let us call Mr. Hussein. We are calling him live on this video.
Very fast.
So, tell us.
I hope you'll be able to hear. Imetuambia anaitwa Hussein.
Also, so it's true.
To Mimi from Bahrain. Imetuandikia hivyo.
From Bahrain.
Trukola. Yes.
We talk to him.
Tongia wote bwana. Hello, Mr. Hussein. Hello. Can you hear us? Am I talking to Mr. Hussein? My name is Mwalimu Sita and I'm calling you from Zimax Media in Kenya, Nairobi. We've seen a story from online and we've received some emails by some Kenyans in Bahrain, and I don't know if you're aware of the story of the 48 men and women in Bahrain who have been deported. Hello? I'm saying, are you aware of this story? About 48 Kenyans who are in Bahrain who are being held at the deportation center. Yes. So they are waiting for flights. Uh-huh. Okay. Now let me ask. From what we have managed to gather, that they were supposed to be on a different flight on the 2nd and then again on the 14th of July. What happened? I'm asking, from the information you've managed to gather, they were to be on a flight on the 2nd of July and on the 14th of July. What happened in those two circumstances? Yes, I can hear you. So you're saying Emirates Airlines does not allow deportees to travel by their planes? Until middle of August. But you've told me that you're saying that they are not going to allow until middle of August, but you just told me that they will be flying out on the 1st of August. How is that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So okay, so what I'm not getting clearly, you're saying that the only reason they were not able to travel on the 2nd and on the 14th was because the particular airline did not allow for it. But now you're saying you're depending upon either Kenyan Airways or another airline that will allow international flights from 1st of August. Which president? The Kenyan president? Yes, my phone just cut out. But now what I'm not understanding. He's saying that they were not able to fly on those flights because the Emirates Airlines does not allow deportees to fly by their planes, which really doesn't make sense in my opinion. But anyway, that now they're depending upon a Kenyan company, a Kenyan airline, maybe Kenya Airways, and saying they're also thinking of Ethiopian Airways.
How about these ones from before they came by what? Saudi Airlines.
Saudi Airlines. So I don't know. Is it that Bahrain does not have an airline of their own? Or?
Well, I think we're not satisfied. I think we should get to.
Let me call him again.
Yeah.
So we are calling him again because we're not quite satisfied about what he's saying.
Yeah. And we need to clarify about the 150 Bahrainian dollars issues. Yeah. We need to know if he actually wanted deportees
to pay money for the tickets.
For deportation.
How?
They are being deported. How are they supposed to pay for it?
Let's in a few.
Just a moment. Kata alafu ufungue tena.
Cut.
Zima Josh. We are calling Mr. Hussein again. Our call was cut short. Hopefully this time hello, Mr. Hussein. Can you hear me? Yes, it is still Sita from Zimax Media. I'm sorry our call was cut short. I think it's okay. So, pardon? Pardon? Twende mbele. Okay. Sawa. I just had a few more questions. You said you could not fly them out because Emirates does not allow you to fly the deportees, and you're hoping to use an East African airline, maybe Ethiopian or Kenya Airways. Is that correct?
Actually, these are the regulations from the Emirates group.
So
they are saying that internally they have a regulation to check all the deportees in all the countries, not only Kenya.
Oh, from all around the world.
How many deportees are allowed at Emirates Airlines to be traveling with Emirates Airlines until the end of August?
Until the end of August. Okay. Now let me ask. A few days ago, we had a similar issue from Saudi Arabia. Yes, where we had 174 Kenyans who were flown in using Saudi Arabia Airlines. Did you try using them? Ama, they are not available in Bahrain.
Actually, we don't have any Saudi Arabian. Saudi Arabian Airlines is not flying from Bahrain. Saudi Arabian Airlines flies from Saudi Arabia because that is the local carrier. We are just there, which is the local carrier. And normally a lot of Kenyans are using Egypt Air and Ethiopian Air. And they're connecting them there with KQ.
Have you?
In that case, also after these 20 days, not all of them have
The fare. Yeah, now that was my next question. These are people who are being deported and they have lost their jobs. How are they expected to pay 150 BD?
The Bahrain government has
So the Bahrainian government is catering for their flight. To resume. Okay. Oh, so there is no exact date, but the plans are underway. But why can't the process be expedited? Because these are people who are suffering. Why can't the process be expedited, maybe even by the government? Why? Again, it happened. But I don't know what you guys think about it.
I don't know. So, is the issue the Kenyan government or the Bahraini government? What is the issue? Or the airlines? What is wrong?
You know, he's mentioned the airlines. He's mentioned the Bahrainian government. He's mentioned the embassy. He has not mentioned the Kenyan government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my assumption is they are not expecting any help from the Kenyan government. Of course, our call was cut short and we were not able to ask that. But really, waiting until mid-August and it's mid-July.
It's mid-July. That's like 1 month
It's
now.
another month. That means those kids, the pregnant ladies, the
babies, mentally ill people.
I will look at that camera and just say, hey, you government official looking at this, shame on you. And if you are doing something just not reported, then congratulations. But if it is true you're not doing anything, just shame on you.
Yeah, because this case was spoken about way back in July, 24th of July.
June.
It is
4th of June.
My even what makes me even more sad is the kids. The kids are, let's say, 4 months old, so they were born.
They're probably born there.
In most likely in the centers.
Yeah, because they have been there since March.
These kids have no. They've done nothing. They've done nothing to deserve such. You know, at least the other guys, they were there. These kids have nothing. I don't know. I think the kids, I think the people with, like the kids and the mentally ill, those guys should, I don't know, a flight, they should be, I don't know. I think.
No, in my mind, this should not be a case of, Ethiopian Airlines, Kenya Airways. Yeah. What is the work of, for example, our defense forces?
Yeah.
To defend us. Right?
Yeah.
This is a part of defense. Take, even if it's an Air Force cargo plane.
Yeah.
Go get those guys, bring them home. It doesn't matter if they'll be comfortable in the flight, bring them home. Those few hours are not comparable to months in those centers.
Now, I think at this point we'll now need to call the office in Kenya that deals with the immigration.
The immigration office.
Yeah. That's our next step.
We'll definitely have to talk to those people.
Yeah. So it's so sad. It's so sad actually. Because the guy is talking about Saudi Airlines, talking about the Bahrain government. How about the Bahrain government? So we are trying to reach now the Kenyan immigration offices. For the numbers, we're going to call them. We have called Mr. Hussein from Bahrain. We've also called the Nya House offices for immigration, but they didn't pick our call. So I think we'll be back with.
Yeah, I think definitely we'll have to be back with a follow-up on this story.
Yeah.
I would like to tell those who are stuck there, our prayers still go to you, and we are doing the best we can with the little we have to find help for you guys. But I'm thinking, government officials, do your job. That's literally what we pay taxes for you to do. Do it.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing to say. We've heard it all from them. Yeah, we are very sorry, by the way. We know we should do something, and we are trying our best. I hope everyone else, if you're watching this video and you can help, please chip in any way you can. Make those calls, and yeah, try to work something out, man. We can't have our people suffering out there, especially those kids. That is not nice.
Yeah, it is so sad. So we're trying our best, all we can do to make sure this thing gets the, how do you call it? Attention it deserves.
Actually, I would suggest our viewers make this viral. Share in all the platforms you can get. Kenya status WhatsApp, post it everywhere. There are Kenyans who are stuck in Bahrain. They need our support. They need our help. They are our countrymen. They are our sisters and brothers.
Yeah.
We need to support them.
Yeah. Please share this video. In the very viral. Like those guys, they're really suffering. Yeah, we'll be back with part 2 of this because we're not done yet with this story. We must follow up on that Mr. Hussein and of course our government here in Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in.